of the teachers taking the attendance. If you have any notes to write on, that would be great. Calculator, Daniel. All right, can you do me a favor? All right, switch it on. Make sure you can see the lights on. Hold it up. Then I feel like thank you. Then I can feel that you have a calculator. That side. Sorry, I didn't have my glasses there. All right, I need some support on that side. Calculator. Yeah, you can do that. Can you do it? All right, so everyone got your calculator on with that. Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. So first of all, today we're going to go through some of the skills we need. You probably know. If you know all of them, great. If you're not knowing all of them, don't tell me and learn it now. So no one's will know. And after this year, when you get to any class in your year 11, I will expect all the math teacher. Okay. Now all the math teacher, no matter you are AA or AI, would expect you to know all these skills. Okay. So first of all, that is what you do. First of all, do meet that one. So to stop people playing games throughout the session. Now let's get on to the GED's exam mode. While you're trying to get onto the exam mode, I know you can. And while you're going to the exam mode, it stops a lot of the function which IB do not let you to do it. For example, some of the vectors, some of the drawings, some of the other installed app, for example, Tetris, that you are not allowed to use them during the exam. Yeah, the Flapping Bird, any other new game like Mario's. Yes, those kind of apps will not be allowed in the exam. For those who need some help, here we go. Alright, make sure you switch it off first if it doesn't work, if it's already on. So cos AC7, 3 buttons together, and hold at least for 1 second. AC, not that one, this one. Alright, and then F1. You will have a green border from now on. Or AC and 7 and cos. You don't have to take picture of it. I will put that on, I'll share that later on. You can take notes on it. Alright, so switch it off, all 3 buttons together, so you might need 2 hands. Cos, on and 7, 3 buttons together and hold. Alright. I know. You should have been doing this for the whole year 9. Ryan know how to do it, yeah? Very good. Where's the other Ryan? There's 2 Ryans, right? 3. Alright. So, yes, you got it. Right. So first of all, and this will guarantee that no one is playing games throughout. Thank you. Alright, so exam mode is very important. You need that for all the exam from the DP. No, not only maths. Alright, ready for the next one? Anyone? Move on? Yes? Good? Well, this is even the warm-up. Are we good? Oh. Now, when we are doing math, when you're year 9, you do only degree. When you're year 10, you do radians. How could I know that my calculator is degree or radian? I'm using my black wing pen. Alright, this is a very good calculator. This tells us the very top sign there, this is degree. If you're doing the basic plus and minus, percentage, decimal, that will work. You need to change it to radian. if you need to, you will need to go into setup, which is shift menu, go to setup. Alright, and then move down to angle, and then you change it to radian and degree as you need. Once you change it, and make sure you press EXE to lock that in, and your calculator will change, the symbol here will change. Alright, shift menu, and then you can change it back to degree. Depends on what your question is asking for. AISL do not eat radian. But you still need to use it because the AA people will borrow your calculator and they will change it. I doubt that they will change it back for you when they return. So it's always good to know that because AHL will remember to return the calculator. Alright. Are we good? You don't need to use radian, but you need to know how to change that. Okay? Since we are talking about those, we might be encountered doing a lot of maths. For example, let's go back to calculator. Alright, calculator, I do, this is degree. Sine 30 degree, and then divided by 50, and then multiply by cos 50 to 58. Alright, this is weird. Alright, this is a number I think is really important, and I need to use it for later on. I finished this for A. I need it for C. I'm not going to copy all those data, right? So actually I can save it somewhere in the calculator. Yeah. So to do this, alright, now we're going to save the calculator for later use. What you need to do is, you can see an arrow there. Yeah? So you have the answer, get this answer, arrow, alpha A. You are storing your data into A. Or you can do B, my favorite, solve it into B because B is very important too. Alright, and you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G up to Z for you to store it on. Then you can play around with that. Sorry. And then you can recall it back. Alpha A. The only little issue is you have to make sure you remember which day value is stored into which alphabet. Alright. Ouch. Alright, so storing data, storing the values to save you a lot of calculations. Done that? Alright, let's do that. We store that again. I have a value here. Oh, dropping calculators. So you have the arrow and then alphabet, any alphabet. This time, okay. Let's store it to Jan. So J is Jan, like bracket here. And then you can recall it back. Done that. Are you with me? Alright. You can store another value in if it's gone. Oh. Yes. Honestly, I have not yet found a way to erase all the numbers yet. I'm pretty proud of myself that I know how to store the data, the value in the calculator. So I just share with you as soon as I know it. I'll try that out. So now let's get, after the warm-up, after knowing some of the basic, now that's what we always do. Let's graph this equation. Could we do this? So that's also a thing I want to mention. When we graph, make sure you use the normal graph there. Alright, not dynamic graph, it's the normal graph. Are we still at the arrow storing bit? Do you need help with those? All good? Boys over there, gentlemen, girls? Yes, people? Good, thank you. Alright, so I call 3x squared minus 2x plus 21. Usually when you see this, you know, Miss Lu, I cannot see anything on my graph. Zoom auto, okay, let's try. Zoom F2 auto, that gives you the graph there. Zoom auto allows you to auto zoom the range. If you do not have the correct domain, it doesn't work. So Zoom Auto is fine, it's very good, but then if Zoom Auto doesn't work, check with the domain first. Oh, by the way, domain X value. We just have the SAP, I know you know it. Domain is the X coverage, range is the Y coverage. Done that? So yes, that's my instruction. Check with the domain first. Why? Zoom Auto usually works if the domain works. Jan, would you mind to leave your links? Thank you. Alright, so moving on, shall we? Alright, now with this graph, particular graph, I need to find a certain value of x and y. For example, I need to find x when at y equals to 50. How could I do this? Aiden? How do I find x when I want y equals to 50? G-solve, yes. Oh, that's good. G-solve. Nothing here. We want x. We want x, so it's x cal. They will ask you for the y value. Remember to play around with the arrow because there might be more than one answer within your domain. Graph only show you all the answer within the domain it shows. So be very careful with those. Alright? If you need to find y, we do the same thing. G-solve y cal when x equals to 5. You will get the answer. However, because of my domain is from 10 to 10, if you want to find G-solve y cal x equals to 50, the calculator will not be happy because it's out of your domain. So check with the domain in there, then will work. Alright. So if you fix the domain V window, make it work for you. Even it's not seen in the screen, within the domain, it will still be able to calculate it for you. Alright, in case anyone wants to have a look at it and play around with it. They are alright? Thank you for letting them know. Is it good? Yes. Oh. All good? Oh yeah. Oh. Now, finding root and all the intercepts, all the critical points and the turning points, again you can use G-solve for those. We have the root, maximum, minimum. If it's a palabra, happy face palabra, concave up, you will never be able to find a maximum. So be mindful when you ask the calculator to do things for you. Alright, and the y-intercept and intersection, all these buttons are there. Right? G-solve and choose whatever is suitable for you. Oh, now with the same one. Oh, can you sketch this for me? So this, either you can delete this equation or change it there, or what I will usually do, especially in an exam, I will deactivate this one and move to the next one. I will let this show what the one I want to see at the moment. And you lost the function again. You got it? Alright, so when you lost the function, we need to find it. So, first of all, looks like this is 20x, looks like this is degree. If it's radian, the number is so much smaller. So what we're going to do is check. Is this degree mode? Yeah. So the next thing is we go to V-window and change it to trigonometry. The trigonometry go with the setting degree, it will become 550, 540 and negative 540. Radian is negative 2 pi and 2 pi. Okay, it's still down there, so you're going to play around with that again. So, yes. That is the time you play around with the maximum, minimum, and so. That's a bit too much. I lost it. Yes, there we go. Or you can play around with the arrow bit to make sure it comes. Ryan, are we good? Something? Yes? Hi. Hello? Chris? Yes? Whatever? So if it is all packed together, means that your domain is too big. So you have to weaken that. So V-window is the place you play around with. Alright. Remember, minimum is the smaller value and maximum is the bigger value. Yes, when I'm saying about this, it's a bit strange. But then when we go on to it, it might miss out one of the numbers. Or the calculator do not like you to interchange it. You press the max and mean in the wrong place. They don't like it and they didn't get it. Alright, so if you want a better one, I think 90 should look nicer. Alright. Ow. And then? Okay. Still trig function. Again, play around with your V-windows. This time, yes, we see the pi there. This is in radian. Can you sketch this one for me, please? Oh, by the way, the pi is right hidden on the shift 10 power x, just in case. If you're using the same setting, it will look like this. Again, we have to fix it. First of all, change it to radian. Yes, Hazel? It is a pi there. Yes, pi is when you see the pi, that's the clue that this is radian. And once you did that, the number is out. We go change this to radian. Is that done? Yes? You go? You go? Aware that when you usually have your domain for degree is around hundreds, because each round is 360. However, in radian, one round is 2 pi. So if you keep it 360, you got crazy lines coming in. So you can play around with those as well. Be very careful, AA people. Something wrong with your calculator with the function, that is the point. Are we okay to move on? Yes? Oh, now we go to do some algebra here. Right. Extend the plus, you can solve this without mentally, right? Five, four, three, two, one. Oh, all right, it's okay. We take off the
Positive 1, positive 3.
all right. All right. Okay. So we could actually. We can solve this with graphing and finding the root. We can do that mentally, or you can use equation. So introducing the function of equation here. Oh, all right. So we are using equation here. We have simultaneous, we have solver, and we have polynomial. Guys? Right. So for those polynomial, I will use the equation polynomial to do it. I know solver is one of the way as well. However, personally, I think solver polynomial is a bit safer than solver, because when you use solver, you have to type in the correct equation and the correct limit for it. So if your limit is too big, it hangs your calculator, just like your computer running out of memories, it hangs. Alright, so, or if you have the domain too small, you will miss a few answers. So I suggest you to do polynomial, but if you insist, that's your bet. Alright, so we have polynomial, this is a degree 2. And then, look at the equation format, A, B, and C, just like our quadratic formula. So A is 3, B is -4, C, and C is -6. All you need to do is key in the value. Alright, make sure you press EXE to lock in the answer. You got the 2 there. Okay, how come it's different from your answer, yeah? So, this is how we got that. Exact value here. Guys. Exact value here and the decimal value here. Oopsie. Right? That. Okay. So here is the written instructions. Wow, đại vậy. Are we good? Are we good? No. Life is not so nice to you, especially in the exam. So what we will give you might not be looks like this. They might look like this. Again, using the GDC to solve it, we will have, if you use the GDC to solve it, you have to rearrange it first. I'm sorry, this is year 9 stuff. I strongly want to believe, I strongly believe all my students know it. Yes, -9x, excellent. Right? And then we key in our calculator, so equation, polynomial, 2 degrees, second degree we call it, and then we plugged it in. Exact value, decimal, and fraction is there. Done that? So here is the answer. We answer those. All right. How about third degree? This will happen in, don't worry, AASL, you do not need to solve this by hand. If you see this, unless there's some instruction given to you, you don't have to solve this by hand. We use GDC to do it. More than second level, more than 2 levels, more than 2 degree, we could do, again, the GDC. This time, third degree, and put it in. Whoa. I'm like, oh my god. Sorry, this question that come up from my mind, I just make it up, and then the root is so nice. I'm so proud of myself. Alright, so this is how we're going to do it. We got all the value in A, B, and C there. -1, C, and D. Count the trick and tips and be aware, note. Make sure your signs is correct. It always happens to be, we forgot that this is -1. And miss that out and you're wrong. Alright, pretty easy, straightforward. Guys, you make me proud. When you are ready, we can solve this simultaneous equation. By hand or what? Or by graph? So this time is 2 equations, so it's simultaneous equation. 2 equation, I have 2 unknown x, y, and I have to enter it in a format x, y, and then equals to a constant. Yes, it's just a calculator, you have to fit what they want. So I have 5, 1, and 5, and 2, -3, and 2. Alright, after that you can press EXE or solve, 2 button, either one, and you get the answer x and y. Yeah? Equation, simultaneous equation, and then you got that. Oh. So, again, when the equation doesn't go into your... Alright, when the question doesn't go into your way, we have to fix it to make it look like your way. So, can you fix that for me, please? You have to align with the x and y and then equals to a constant. And then after rearranging it, we can get into the... Yeah, I know you are doing it successfully. Oh. So after rearrange the equation, you can put it in like the same we do. So we have 5, 7, 13, and -4, 3, 25. This is not a very... This time is not a very pretty number, unfortunately, but then this gives you the exact value and a rounded value there. Careful, when the question asks you exact value, give them the fraction. If they do not say anything, feel free to round it off to 3 significant figures. I'd be like 3 significant figures. Unless they specified it, and if they don't say, If they didn't say anything, you can put either answer with those. Alright, everything's okay there with the calculator? If you don't want it, I can have it, so don't throw them. Oh, this is something for the upper years or maybe for your internal assessment. We need to find 3 unknowns there. Alright, that's more like to be the HL, but then there's no harm for you to know this. In case you need to find out the unknowns of 3 equations from your exploration, you never know how wild your topic is. So this time, instead of 2 unknowns, we got 3. Remember the number of unknowns you have to have same amount of equation there. 3 unknowns, 3 equations. 4 unknowns, 4 equations, etc., etc. Yeah. So even if you happen to have you have set of equation with 5 unknowns, GDC can help you. Okay? And then we have your X, Y, Z. Little tricks. The question provided to you doesn't always have the unknown named X and Y. It might be mu and standard deviation. It might be P and S. So you have to make sure which one you assign it for the X and Y for the calculator. Don't mix them up. Alright? Oh! We need a little fun here now. Hi! People, are we still here? Your soul is still here? Thank you. Oh, now let's have a finding game. Well, if I want you to sketch this function, where can I find the absolute value?
My question, no, find the apps.
Find the x here.
Not these ones. I don't have it. Where are the apps?
Alright, find the absolute value, please.
Find the apps.
Absolute value, where's the apps? What? Numeric, yes, this is the app there. Alright, so you can find the apps, option, numeric, and absolute. You can find the apps there. Repeat.
The apps, or your apps.
Option, option, and then numeric, you find it there. Alright, you need some training to find the apps. Or if you are in the calculation mode, you will be able to find the apps as well. Again, the same as option, and then you look for a numeric, this is the apps. -6 give you 6. Alright. Counseling, absolute the apps. Negative numbers go in, positive people come out. Positive people go to counseling, always come back positive. Alright, so this is the apps. Alright, so when you sketch the apps, you can see that whenever it's negative, become positive. That's how we're going through life. Alright, anyone? Hands up if you can you find the apps? Do you have the apps? Okay. Alright, hands up if you can find the apps. Good. Yes, you have your apps. Everyone, very fit here. Okay? And these are the instructions to find the F's. Done that? Here, AA people, AA2B people, extended people, you should know how to find log. This is different base of logs. AI people, you don't need to find it too. Yes. Mr. Damon say yes, so it's yes. Alright, how do I find log AB? Photo hunt, no, treasure hunt here. Extended plus and mass, and then you get the easiest way is you go to the calculator and then you just click on F4 mass. You got your log AB. Nice. If you go for a longer way, option, cal, and then next page, you'll find log AB. Log AB is the base, different base for log. And here is the instruction. Log 16 base 2 is 4. Are we good? Are we good? Oh. Here's another photo. No, treasure hunt there. This is for summation. Girls, boys, people, everyone. Oh. Okay, so summation. To find the summation, that is the sum of list of numbers. Just in case, this is the expression. This is the starting point of 4. There should be x equals to 4 to make it look nicer. And from 4 onwards, I put x inside, 4 inside x until I get to 19. There's a whole list of numbers there. Alright, the point is, where can I find summation? The sideway E. If you can find log AB, you just saw it.
And then there's a sum. You press the arrow and then the sum.
So, math. And then next page, you can find the summation. Or, option, cal, next page, you can also find the summation next to log AB. I know AI do sequence and series. Do they do summation as well? Yes. Hi. How about that? I'm sorry. Alright. Come back. Yes. Oh yeah, 记住. Oh. Now. 我想记住. statistics. We just did that. Yes, I have a list of number there. I was getting I get a set of number here. If you really love to, you can find the mean, mode, median in 30 seconds. Or you can use your GDC to do it. Hazel found that. Hazel do not have calculator.
First one, I find it out.
Oh no, Miss Lux was driving that for it. My class don't need cookie, they will still find it. Find a mean or median? Yes, very good, Ryan. Alright, so to do this, we could go to statistics, enter all the value there. Alright, boys, thank you. So, because we are finding the mean, mode, median, please. So, because we are finding the mean, mode, median, here we go to Cal. Suggestion, friendly reminder, check on the setting because it might be different, it might be wrong. For now, we only have one list of data here. So we have the list 1 and every data represents ones. So the frequency of the data is 1. If everything is alright, you don't need to change anything, then you press EXE and one variable because they are all 1. Alright, I'm sure you know this already. The X dash here is the mean. There are 10 data there, n equals to 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 there. Yes. And then moving down, we have our minimum, median, also with the Q1 and Q3, which allowed us to find the interquartile range. Maximum and mode is 19. There are 3 of them. The frequency of the mode is there, and there's only 1 mode. Alright, our mighty calculator does help us with those numbers. Alright, and here is the instructions. Remember to check the setting. Alright. I'm going to give you tougher life here. I got more data for you to have. This time, before we start, I want you to create a box plot for me. What does a box plot look like? Actually, this special request. What is a box plot? You can actually have a box plot to show you there. This time we go to graph because we're graphing with the data. Again, check on the setting. Graph type, not there, is the math box. Actually, you can have different type of graph for you, scatter diagram, pie chart, and so on. So for now, we are doing for box plot here. Okay, don't worry, setting. Guys, bear with me please. Alright, so graph. Going down, we do not have what we want here. We go to next page, look for what we want. Math box is what we want here now. And the data we have is list 1. If you are fancy, you can choose the color of the box and the line as well. Inside color, if you want, you can change it into pink for the fancy people. Sorry, I do not like pink. So I will go back to blue. graph 1, this is a box plot here. Alright. Box plot. Box and alright, so if you have a question like this, you can draw it on and copy it down. Yes, Evan? How do I? Alright. How fancy there. So you go to setting. Alright, so we go down. You want the color of the box is pink. Oh, so we go down there. You can box inside. Can you see that? Yes. And then you click on color, F1. Area color, you press EXE to change to different color. Yes. And then once you get that, you exit and then you draw it again. You got your pink box pop. Yay. Oh, we are running out of time, so we need to move on a bit faster. Oh, here. This time I have more than one data of each set. So I have 12 zeros, 19 1, and so on. So again, I want to find a mean, mode, median. Yes, I know a lot of us is trying to do that now. You can erase everything from this box, or if you want, you can put it onto other lists, because maybe this is question 1 and question 5. I need this box plot, I need the data to check it afterwards. So I'm using another list there, guys. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12, 19, 38, 22, and 4. Alright, again, same thing, we are finding the mean there. So we go to Cal, check the setting. This time my data is not list 1, it's list 3. So it go to list 3 if you want to. If yours one is in list 1, that's fine. And the frequency is not 1 anymore. I do not have only 1 0, I have 12 zeros. So the frequency list is list 4. Alright, list 3, list 4. List 3, list 4 is the data. No one forced you to stuck at only one list. You can save the data for other working. And then same thing, after we check, we go one variable. This time I have 228 data. If you want to add them up to check the number of data you get in. And then we can, we can have the mean, median, Q1, quartile range, and so on. This time we have our maximum, our mode is 3. So we got 95 data there, and I only have one mode. The mode is 2, which is frequency is 38. Alright. So the key idea is whenever you do those, check on the setting. You do not know who, if it's not you using the calculator, what did they change. Alright. Are we good? So this is the instruction. Right, ready? Line will give you something even worse. This is the exact data with the frequency. Now I give you a range. Alright, number of cars going through certain places or car parking. I don't know, I just make this up. How do we do this? Ryan know how to do it? Find the middle value. Is it called class mark? Official term is class mark? Midpoint. Okay. Class mark midpoint, yes. So So to find the midpoint, very hard. You have to add this two number and then divide it by 2. Or very hard. Alright, for the time, I need that. Okay. I get to repeat that in already. You know, I'll see the calculator again, right? That is so we find the midpoint there, and for the time, just like cooking show, I have actually find all the midpoints. And because of the time, going back to the bed, right? This is one. Where's mine? Okay. And she changed all the data. Oh, no, it's not. And it's a cooking show. I have typed that in already. So, alright, and then we repeat what we did for the last one. We go to setting, checking the list 1 and list 2 is the data and the frequency. Guys, hang in there. I got another 10, 12 more minutes. Thank you. Oh, so we have setting, list 1 and list 2 is the data, and then we go to one variable. We got all the max and minimum there. Alright, so minimum of car, median, and so on. They call instruction. Done that? Yes? Alright, we are moving on. Alright. Again with the statistics, this time we want to find a relationship. Yes? Please, thank you. We need to find a relationship between two sets of data, X and Y.
R value, do you remember R value?
Our value, official name, PMCC, which is Pearson movement correlation coefficient. Our value, yes. Right, so how do we find that? So again, cooking show again, I have key in the X and Y there. Good to have a lot of calculators. Alright, and then this time we do not do calculator. We do, yes, we do calculator again. But then this is not one variable or two variable. This time we go to regression. Alright, before we start, check on the two variable, x1 and list 1 and list 2. Checking the setting is very important. And so regression, if it's epi, if it's linear, go to x. Exponential, go to exp. Alright, and we have sign and logistic function as well. Linear function, x, not the mn, x1. So we have ax plus b, we have our value there. This will be our equation, which is 1.74 x plus 1.84 equals to y. Our value is the correlation with it. Closer to 1, stronger the relationship. This is a positive number, so I would say this is a strong, strong positive relationship between the x and y. Our square value is like how thick the line is. Our value only for linear. Our square value for can have other equation as well. Done that? Out and our square value. Out. Alright. And here is the instruction. Good to have long legs. 好，得未？係。Oh, someone take out the phone without teacher's permission. Your GDC can take pictures. 好啦 guys, we are running out of time, so I'm going to skip a few, and then I'm going to here. Financial apps. Very good app that invented for the iCasio. Before this app is there, I am very old-fashioned. I will have to use those. Because it's compound monthly. Painful, isn't it? But then actually you can use the financial apps to do it for you. All you need is to remember what is which day. Alright, so with that we go to menu, financial app. Very AA as well. So compound interest. Oh. The question is, N is, okay, bear with me please. N is the number of terms, it's not year. So this time we compounded monthly for 5 years, you can get the number of it, or 5 times 12. 5 years with those. Alright, guys, girls, hi. And the compound interest is per year, so you can just put it in. PV is the previous value. There are money taken out from you. It's painful to take out money, so we minus $8,000. PMT is not in our SL syllabus. Maybe the HR keep putting money in. Real life saving is you keep putting money in the bank, right? In our SL levels, we just chuck the money in and forget about it. So leave it there. So we have 0 for those. Alright, this, I do not know it yet. This is future value, is what I want to find out after 5 years. PY and CY is payment and compounded, number of compounded times per year. So I have 12. Now, the trick is you key in whatever information you have and to press whatever you do not want to know. So this one, I want the future value. That gives you the answer without using the formula. Alright? Out. Alright, for example, this time I want to know how long it takes for me to double the amount. Guys, so previous value is negative 8,000 and the future value will be 16,000. This time I want to find the time, so I put that in 0 and I look for number of time. So you missing, key in what you have and press whatever you want to find. That is 158 months there. So you have to change it into the correct unit if you want to. Alright, how many terms are there? So this is a very powerful tool for you to find different things. Alright, I repeat one more time. N is the number of terms they compound. I is the interest rate per year. Interest rate per year. Previous value is the amount you put it in, you invest. And future value is what you get. PV and CV is the number of times you're going to pay and compound per year. Alright, oopsie. So, with that, here here is one more important thing. Even AA, AI, SL people, even you are using the app, they have to show the working. And the working of this using the app is listing out all these values. Without this, you are just giving me the answer. You've lost all the method points in the future. Alright, so you can write the formula, calculate the answer, or you can write whatever you key in those. You're not taking a picture of me, right? I have to put on makeup. I didn't have my hair. Yes, just write this down, and then use your calculator. You got your point. Alright. We are running out of time. There are some regression there with different graphs there. So this will be done sometimes later, or if we could put it on the short videos with those. So, guys. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. Before we go, any burning question you want to know, and I can follow up with your calculator. We'll get someone to help you with that, girls, boys. Okay. Can we handle that after? Alright, so, is there any burning question about the calculator? Yes, Chris. Guys? Thank you. Yes. Alright, because the money, according to the calculator, there's a subject that for you, when you investing the money leaves you. So your budget is minus. You deposit, so money get away from you, so minus from your account go to your bank. So the money is not with you anymore, so it's minus. The future value is the money come back to you. Okay? Does it make sense to you? You're subject to yourself, money leave you and money come back to you. Alright, any further questions? All of these and recording it so that I can send it to you guys so that I can use it well. Alright. Alright, thanks. Yes, people, you can quietly leave.
Oh, sorry, before you guys go, Flex today is working session, so you're in your homeroom.